Our next speaker is Helen Fugate. Helen is currently working on one of the dynamic leadership paths. Her project is writing a speech with purpose. In Helen's introduction, she indicates that some say we're different. But are we really? Helen is going to provide us with her point of view on this matter. Let's welcome Helen and her speech titled, Are We Really Different?
Fellow Toastmasters, hold on to your chairs because what I'm about to tell you, you'll be surprised by. Here it is. I was told that I am highfalutin. You know what highfalutin is? Well, you think you're better than somebody else. And I didn't realize that until I moved back to Kentucky. When I moved back to Eastern Kentucky from Denver, Colorado, I thought there was a difference in environment and people. Well, it's a shock to me. And you might think, what was the common denominator between the two? And that was me. I was told that I sound like I'm not from around here, but I am now. And I wondered, where do they think I was from? Did they think I was from New York City? New York City? Oh, I don't think I was from New York City. So I tried to explain to them I lived in Eastern Kentucky and I've been away for 10 years, but I'm back. But I've forgotten a lot that was when I came back. For that reason, they thought I was highfalutin, thought I was uppity. I was better than them, but I really wasn't. And I was a claims adjuster. So I'd go in the different counties in Eastern Kentucky and there's different roads like hell for certain. And you ask the neighbor how to get somewhere. And they would tell you this, over yonder. And over yonder meant it could be the nod of their head was over yonder, or it could be they probably pointed their fingers over yonder. And that's how you got around. Like they had a question for me, so I did about them. How long it would take them to say something, especially my husband. He was from Eastern Kentucky and he would pause and that's like, you just want him to say it, spit it out, but you try to be polite. And when you go out to a plane, when somebody's talking to you, they'd be really slow in their language, speaking to you. In the time they spoke to you, you could have paid 2 bills, made 2 phone calls, and got a lot accomplished. But you had to be patient and wait. And again, they'd tell me over yonder and they'd point their fingers which direction to go. And when you're traveling on a 2-lane highway, people who meet you, they're driving along and they'll raise their finger up to you like they're saying hello. And I thought, well, that's very friendly people. You couldn't do that in Colorado because they might think you're in a gang and you're trying to get their attention. They didn't want to do that. But they are friendly. I was driving down the road and this car was following me. And I didn't know why it was following me. At first I got scared. I thought, why this car followed me? And then I thought, well, maybe I'm just driving too slow on a 2-lane road. And I pulled off the road and he pointed at the rear window. And as he got past, I waited and I looked at what he was showing me. And I had an oxygen tube hanging outside the window. So he must have thought I was a real sicko and had an oxygen tube connected to somebody outside the car. My job required that I go to someone's home. The hospitality you received to be very warm, where they wanted you to stay overnight and have dinner with them or have lunch with them so they could meet you at the door with a dog or a gun until they felt comfortable with you. And then they put the gun down. I had that happen several times. I had been told that I wouldn't make it home, so I'd go the opposite direction, and then I didn't make it home. So most people were really kind and very nice people. In Colorado, I was different there too. They thought I had a Southern accent, so they assumed that I was from a Southern state. So whether I was in Kentucky or Colorado, I was different to them for a while. And as time went on in Colorado, you know, in Eastern Kentucky, on a warm sunny day on a Sunday, you would stop by somebody's house and have dinner with them or just sit and chat for long periods of time. In Colorado, I found out really quick, you don't do that. You must if they're okay, just come by. But my conclusion is, no matter where you live, someone's going to say something about the weather. They are going to say, wait a minute, and the weather will change in a few minutes. No matter what state you go, we thought Kentucky was the only one that did that, but all the states do that. And also, you always find that there's different people everywhere, but there's always some very kind people. Everybody's the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. We were doing a little instructional etiquette at the lecture.